Well, Patrick Olson with Carfax is joining us now, preparing you for when you hit the road with your family. All right, so let's talk about the maintenance that we should be doing before we hit the road.
Absolutely. So I would say there's a couple things that are hugely important. One is oil changes, the other is tire rotations. For oil changes, you don't want to be in a situation where your car is running on too little oil or very dirty oil, because that can cause your engine to seize up. The same way with tire rotations, it's important to watch the tread of the tire and make sure that you have, a good connection to the ground. If you get stranded by the side of the road, that is no fun way to spend your winter break.
Absolutely not. Okay, so there's also a science to how you pack your car. Let's kind of talk about that.
Yeah, so the first thing is make sure everything is securely packed. You may think, oh, I've got the casserole pan and sitting nicely on the ground or on top of a chair, but in a sudden stop, or God forbid, if someone should hit you, it's going to turn those items into missiles inside your car. And they can injure you, your family, or someone in another car. So make sure that everything is securely packed. Don't overcrowd your car. You may have a lot of kids, nieces, nephews you're trying to take places, but if there's not a seatbelt for each individual, it's really not safe. And then finally, you also want to make sure you understand how much weight can your car carry. Pickup truck drivers think about this a lot, but I think people in SUVs and minivans don't think enough about it. And so look at your owner's manual, see what the maximum allowable weight is for your vehicle. That's meant to keep you and your family safe.
Okay, one last question on this particular topic. Not winter yet for most of us, although we might get a few snow flurries up in the mountains this weekend. Why is the fall season when most accidents happen?
It's really interesting. I think a lot of people think winter would be worse with snow and ice, but there's a few reasons why fall is worse. First of all, there's the clock change, and now all of a sudden people are driving in dark when before it was daylight. American drivers are twice as likely to have an accident in the dark as they are in the light. Secondly, there are wet leaves all over the ground, and a car traveling at a normal speed on dry pavement will take about 80 feet to stop. On top of wet leaves, that could be more than 200 feet before you stop. And then finally, it's deer mating season. And, I think something like 80% of all deer car collisions happen in the 3 months of fall. So those things combined make fall pretty treacherous for most of the country, including North Carolina.
Yeah, plenty of leaves on the ground right now. Well, Patrick's going to be back with us in a few minutes to talk about how flooded cars will be for sale on lots and online.